blue lights come on, if you decide to downshift and run, everybody knows the risk.
Some of us like to play by the rules. Others live to break them. Chad Walton is a rule breaker.
Hey, you bikers! Until you ride with a group of 400 or 500 bikes, 1,000 bikes, whatever, and you just ride through a town, there's nobody out there in their right mind that's going to try to challenge you.
Every city has its landmark. In Charleston, South Carolina, it's the Ravenel Bridge. In 3 days, Chad plans to lead hundreds of bikers to block it, stop traffic, and take it over as a private playground for stunt biking. They call it the Chucktown Shutdown.
Shutting down an icon of your city, it's almost like when a guy conquers Mount Everest and he puts his little country flag up there and he takes a picture. That really shows that you kind of beat the system, you beat the cops at their game. You don't have to really stop in the center of the bridge. Kind of stop on the downward side.
They know the police are onto them, so 3 nights before the event, they're figuring out how to get away with it.
If you're at the front of the group and you see a roadblock right up here, bring the whole group and just freaking bust through the trees, man.
We're not out to terrorize the town. It's just a nice way to get an adrenaline rush without having to do something completely stupid like rob a bank or something.
What's your favorite thing about it? Number 1.
I just like with the cops. No.
Casting a shadow over the plans, this video, which made national news. A stunt ride on a New York City highway. A group of bikers block traffic. An SUV pinned in the group makes contact with the biker. The group reacts, surrounding the vehicle. The panicked motorist drives over a biker and seriously injures him. The bikers take off in pursuit, and after this video ends, pull him from his car and beat him in front of his wife and toddler.
Now, everybody across the nation thinks that when there's a pack of bikes, it's a bunch of freaking hooligans looking to beat up freaking women and rape children and crazy like that. And it's nothing like that.
Ready? I'm ready. And so a few weeks after the incident, Chad and his bikers invite us to spend time with them as they plan and attempt their shutdown.
We're always thinking while we're riding. We're not just going out there and like, oh, wheelie right here, right now. We study the roads, we look ahead. It's not like we're just looking down the whole time and it's like, hey, I'm just gonna do a wheelie.
If you want Waylon to do wheelies, just bring a hot girl around.
For Waylon, the bikers are the closest thing he has to family. Raised by his grandmother who recently died, Waylon says he doesn't speak to his birth parents.
That's all he does is freaking stunt ride. Just wakes up in the morning, comes into work, paints bikes so he can afford to buy new parts for his bike, go out and freaking ride, you know?
People don't see how stunt riding is more of an art form and a true sport now. When you look at some of these guys, they can manipulate a machine to its core.
What's the thrill of doing that out on the open road?
Just not supposed to do it.
Are you a menace to society?
No. Can I at some times be a pain in the authorities' ass? Yes. You want to get on the bike?
Yeah, sure.
You can go ride with Dan. Dan's got a couple national road racing championships.
Dan is one of their most experienced riders and takes me out to show me what he loves about it.
There's things on a motorcycle that you don't experience in an automobile. It's a freedom when you feel the wind in your face, the wind in your hair. It's the closest thing you can get to flying without having wings.
It's a rush that comes from defying the laws of physics.
You got so much going on around you that the slightest little mistake and it's over.
But also from defying the law.
I need you to tell me what you were doing up there, son. I don't even know, I just kind of felt it. Everybody around me and I was just like, I want to stand up and see what it's like.
What do you say to people at home? Because I'm sure a lot of people at home are like, aren't you putting people in danger?
The guy that's up on one wheel has more control over that motorcycle at whatever speed he's at than half the people driving down the road, text messaging, putting on lipstick and talking on cell phones. I mean, you're focused.
The highway is not a place to do a stunt.
Law enforcement plans to show up in force and stop the shutdown.
The rumor is that it will be over 100 motorcycle operators.
Do you anticipate conflict?
No, ma'am. They've got to understand what our job is, and it's law enforcement. And all it takes is one little tiny thing, and we've got a 10-car pileup.
Captain Woods has been riding motorcycles since he was 12 years old. He spent his entire career in law enforcement.
We'll have at least 10 motorcycle officers out there. We have a helicopter. A helicopter will be monitoring from the air. This is a unique situation.
You're prepared for the worst.
We are.
We sell tires.
The night before the shutdown, local riders gather for a warm-up ride.
Yo, here's the deal. They're expecting us to come out tonight and tear up streets. There's cops already posted up about 2 blocks down waiting on us. Do you guys still want to do the hood ride and risk stirring up the police? What y'all want to do? I mean, you got a bunch of dudes here that got real jobs and your bosses will fire you if you don't show up on Monday.
I didn't come down here to sit, not to ride for 2 hours. I'm gonna ride.
Yeah, get your tampon out, dude. Let's ride. Hey, I will go to jail with whoever goes to jail.
All right. Hey, if you want to ride, everybody in one group raise your hand. See, I'm not, I ain't even counting.
I'm ready.
The ride is on. They let us mount cameras on their bikes, their helmets, and even ride along. The plan? Avoid antagonizing the police.
The hood ride, we really don't act up on it. Nothing crazy.
But after the ride ends, one of the bikers is signaled by police to pull over. Instead, he makes a run for it, with the camera we've left on his bike still rolling. Once on the highway, he tops out at 170 miles an hour. The police never catch him.
What we want to guard against is them getting on the crosstown and blocking those intersections so that they can go through without stopping.
On the morning of the shutdown, some of the bikers are worried about getting arrested.
I don't want to have to call out of work Monday.
But for Chad, surrender isn't an option.
Why don't you go find yourself a girl, get a dog and 2.5 kids and get a picket fence in your house. Go get a minivan, go get a minivan, sell all your toys, get fat, and watch Days of Our Lives.
Oh, no, I got a dog and 2.5 kids.
You got a minivan?
No.
Got money just in case I need to get bailed out. Gotta make sure you have that.
The turnout is smaller than last year, but the diehards show up.
So we got the Myrtle Beach crew, guys from Georgia. We got Columbia crew, a couple other guys rolling up now.
This piece of machine right here, it is wide I get up in the morning and I say, I hope the sun is shining. It is everything that I live for, everything that I die for. This is my life.
When I got home from Iraq, I was diagnosed with PTSD. I went to treatment for 8 months, take medicine. I ride my bike, that's my therapy. I don't do drugs, I don't do alcohol. And my bike is what keeps me level-headed.
Motor units, we're all going to ride together from here. Anybody makes any contact, get on the radio and let us know that you've got a group so we can get other people over there with you quicker.
To throw off the police, Chad switches the start location for the shutdown.
Copy that.
No, that's not where you go.
About 6 or 7 will come on.
Some things we're hearing that the overall thing is canceled. Some we're hearing that, there may be up to 180 riders. We just don't know.
You set up a number of decoys online.
Yeah, you got to. Everybody's going to the exact address they gave you on the highway.
Thank you, gentlemen. Be safe. Be careful. Y'all, I'm spread out on the interstate, please. I feel good. Beautiful day. Out riding a motorcycle. Can't beat that.
Cops have arrived. That piece of slow ass helicopter. Their helicopter is slow. Our bikes go a lot faster. We got about 15 cops sitting up the road waiting on us. We got cops down that way waiting on us.
You're gonna go talk to them?
Yeah, we're going to talk to them. Is there no crime in Charleston today? You guys had to spend $1,500 an hour for a helicopter, and you guys want to sit out here and waste all your energy filming this crap? This is harassment. You guys should not be here.
Have a good day.
Yeah, we're gonna have a good day. Don't you worry about that.
Their big argument is, oh, you're wasting taxpayer dollars. There's other crimes that you could go be solving.
You filming this?
Yes.
Saving lives is never, ever wasting taxpayers' money. My first collision was my mother and my brother in a head-on collision with a drunk driver. I don't take traffic safety. I don't take that, lackadaisical. I'm very serious.
Here's the helicopter again. Trying to roadblock us down there by Kia. Just pretty much disrupt the whole event.
What about the public safety of people who are spooked by you guys on the road?
They need to go back and learn how to drive. It's not, or you know what? We're just going to switch up the route.
Chad seems to be making it up as he goes along.
We don't know where we're going.
I'll be near the front. Just kind of follow me out. Okay. We use a lot of the same countermeasures they use. We'll freaking play games with them. That's all it is, hide and go seek.
This is seriously a confrontation that just feels like it's building.
If he blocks that traffic, y'all take care of that.
Since the police can't arrest them for simply wanting to shut down the bridge, they start pulling over bikers for any traffic violation.
Okay, just past traffic stop. 334, I got your traffic stop. What's your location?
He had it covered with something.
What happened?
I was on the red light.
And as the police begin to infiltrate, the ride breaks up into smaller groups, taking different routes. The group led by Chad and Waylon are the first to reach the highway.
We plan these rides out with military precision. See, the cops think they ahead of the game. They think they know where we're going and what we're doing.
They do it all. They're behind us, but they're gone.
We're just rerouting our stuff right now, that's all.
If they want to take us out. Second group is now catching up to the first group. I think so. They're trying to bust back us. 26 east down, 26 east down.
There's nothing more nerve-wracking than seeing 50 motorcycles in your rearview mirror. Cars are driving. They're kind of off the road. They're sort of afraid of the bikers.
A half-hour return to the ride, the bikers have regrouped and can see the bridge.
They've all moved over to lane 3, which is the on-ramp for the Ravenel Bridge. Spread out a little bit. I think they're going to try to take the whole bridge. All lanes are blocked.
As the bikers succeed in massing on the bridge, law enforcement moves to the front.
Second diamond.
Suddenly, police converge on a lead biker with an exposed weapon.
Send me a unit. I got one with a weapon stolen. You hear me?
They surrounded me, all drew their guns on me, pointing guns at me. Keep your hands on the bike! Ah! Permit, you.
It's nerve-wracking. You got a lot of motorcycles. You got a lot of things going on.
How's your blood pressure?
Good, I'm legal. I wasn't worried about that's why I stopped. If I wasn't legal, I wouldn't stop.
But the pullover stops the momentum, cements police control of the bridge, and effectively puts an end to the shutdown. The police escort the bikers to their stunt lot.
We didn't accomplish what we really wanted to. We really wanted to have some fun on the streets, but they came with a really strong opposing force.
My goal was for no one to get injured, nobody hurt, no crashes. We got all those motorcycles over here without that happening. So I'm very pleased about that.
How you feeling after the ride?
I mean, could always go better, but I'm just glad nobody got arrested.
It's not like we robbed a bank, murdered anybody, or anything like that. We did a wheelie. We ran a stoplight. We sped. Big deal. It's not the end of the world if that guy gets away. We might go ahead and change it up for next year. Not so much of a street ride, but more of a off-the-street event. So yeah, no, we're not discouraged at all. We'll keep going.
They would say that what they did worked, that this is a deterrent.
Sure, it was a deterrent, but it'll never stop.
But what if they weren't there? Would the ride have gone different? Would you guys have done different things?
Guaranteed.